so we got together, I guess in like 2011, and started meeting twice a week and just brainstorming ideas of what would this look like if we made a place for young men to come to, student athletes, to get very holistic help. And so for us, that's really important, that it's not just about academics. It's not just about hanging out with them and being relational. It's not just about getting their grades up. It had to be a lot of different things combining. And so in August of 2013, we opened up CORE. We had no building, we had no kids, we had no money, and we both had left our jobs and started this. We ended up having 5 guys come the first night. We were meeting at the Crossing Church, had modular buildings, like little trailers that they allowed us to use once a week. So on a Monday night, we just ordered 6 Little Caesars pizzas and went up there and had some tutors and helped guys with homework, and that was it. And by week 3, we had 27 guys coming, and had to order a lot more pizza and recognize that we needed to make this thing that we were doing a lot more defined, and we had to get more people involved. And so we started having meals being made on Monday nights instead of just pizza. What quickly happened is guys were letting us know that they needed not only help on Mondays, but they needed Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday help. So we didn't have a building, so we were running it out of our homes, and that quickly grew unsustainable because they break couches because they're big boys and football players, and they eat a lot of food. So we started looking at buildings, and in January of 2014 found the building that we're at now, which is across from Rockbridge High School. We wanted it to feel like a home, so it has a very home feel to it, but at the same time is divided in enough places to where you can get very, structured academics done. Our criteria is you have to be a male student athlete with a strong desire to either improve the path that you're on and keep going, but knowing you need some help going through barriers, or changing the path that you're on. So some guys come here and are on a very negative path, but they know, I want something different. I heard a quote the other day that said, and it's I can't remember, it's by maybe a missionary, that said, "Lord, we ask you not to move the mountains, but to give us strength to climb." And I think that's kind of part of the mindset that we have. We're not looking for these guys to never have any obstacles, because we know everyone's going to, and their obstacles just happen to be very obvious to the outside community. I mean, it's homelessness, or that we don't have lights on at home, or a single mom, whereas other struggles sometimes are hidden from other people. So some people struggle with greed, and that's not as obvious to everyone. So it's not necessarily that we think these guys have more struggles than anyone. It's just sometimes they're more out. And so we use the term accompaniment, which is the idea of walking through situations with guys. So I'm standing next to you and walking through that. And so you don't get that depth of a relationship if you're not spending time with those guys. We spend a lot of time with them. We know what's going on at home. We're with them on the weekends. We're taking them to church. We're hanging out with them at camps. And so when you are in those relationships and you're talking, those are the moments where you get to help them figure out, well, how are we going to go through this situation, and what is the best mindset to have, and thinking of things in a godly way, or thinking of things in a way that might be different from what your mom or your dad or your stepdad might have done it, that hasn't worked for them. And so it's not something super formal. It's a lot of just casual conversations and plugging these guys in with other organizations or other people that we trust, that we know are going to guide them in the right way. So we have kids that go up to the Crossing for Bible studies. We work with a lot of coaches who just are great at mentoring guys. And so hooking guys up with them so that it's very relational and very casual, and they don't feel like someone's trying to fix them, because that's not what we want to do at all. We don't think that that's how God would have entered into this. And so for us, it's more of that accompaniment, walking through it with them, facing those battles with them, and hopefully through our wisdom and what we've learned, giving them some advice that they might not have thought of before.